Flat show. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to personally welcome you all here to Cybercade. Now I'm going to turn over the mic to one man who's a bigger mouth than me, and that man is Bill Apter.
Thank you. Welcome to Cybercade. Everybody glad to be here tonight. Let's have a yay! Come on. What's your name? And who's your favorite wrestler? Eddie Guerrero. Well, guess who's here tonight? Eddie Guerrero is not here tonight. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. What's your name?
Teresa.
And who's your favorite wrestler?
Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton.
Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton.
DDP.
DDP. What does your T-shirt say? Well, you know what? Little lad here. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, let's all start chanting DDP. Come on. DDP. Come on, stand up and chant. Oh, it's you. Ladies and gentlemen, Diamond, hey. Welcome. DDP, welcome to Cyberspace. I know that was 3 minutes and 18 seconds. We have a lot of fans out here who would like to talk with you. So if you raise your hand, I will come up and field your questions. First question for Diamond Dallas Stage. First question, please.
Hi, I'm Chris Apter from Slam Wrestling, and I'd like to ask if do you feel that wrestling needs another major federation, and if so, what federation do you think is the next top contender?
Does wrestling?
Without question, I think wrestling needs another federation because I think Coke needs Pepsi. You know, we need competition. The boys need to be taken care of, and then you go to someplace else. I think Jarrett's doing a good job with what he's doing. Now I think every Saturday nights with non-stop action. And I talked to Hulk myself, and I know he's going to be talking to Ted after the first of the year. And who knows? But is it important? Absolutely.
Diamond Dallas Stage, let me ask you a question. Why did WWE miss the boat with you? You should have been, by all rights, as big as any other superstar there. Why weren't you given that push?
I really think that anyone who came in there at the beginning from WCW, who made it on their own, they were going to change the gimmick, obviously. And it was a mistake. And it was my choice. I don't blame them for what I did when I got there, because you all have to be responsible for your own actions. And I chose that. I should have done People's Champion versus People's Champion. That would have been money. But you know what? I'm still back, and I took off 2.5 years. My body feels pretty good. I just finished a movie called Devil's Rejects with Rob Zombie. That'll be out in January. So I got a few things going out there, but I want to get back in the ring. You know, we'll work with Candy tonight. Have a little fun tonight.
Okay, next question. Right over here from this pretty lady. Stand up. What's your name? Your name is
I'm Stacy, and this for DDP. I'm a big fan of yours, so I would like to know how you feel like being in this company and like being here all these years and stuff. I would like to know how you feel about it.
being in cyberspace.
Wrestling?
Yeah.
About being here in cyberspace.
Oh, you're in cyberspace.
Although you and I are cyberspace.
I was the first one on the internet. literally the first wrestler that was on the website. But I'm just glad to be here in Jersey. I'm a Jersey guy. I was born in Point Pleasant. So I get to come home and see some friends in New York, and I'm going down to Joey Harrison's Surf Club tonight after we come here. So I'm happy to be here.
Okay, next question. This gentleman up here. Come meet me halfway. Your name?
Dennis Rodriguez.
And your question, Dennis.
Yeah, I want to know why you left WWE.
Why did you leave WWE?
Actually, I took a pretty bad bump in the back of my neck off the top rope. And it was in a match with hardcore Bob Holly. And he stiffed me really hard with a boot. So hard I thought my head was going to spin around like The Undertaker, and like The Exorcist. And he really caught me with it. And then he came through with a clothesline and hit me so hard, he knocked me out. I normally I'd be gone, but I was dazed on my feet, so I went down and I was knocked out. I was like, Bobby, I don't know where I am. So he slammed me, and I don't know where I am, dude. I see the lights, and they're live on camera. And he goes, going to the top rope, stop me. And it hit me what to do. I went to suplex him off the top, and I was still a little on Queer Street at that point, and I wanted to take care of him. So I picked him up to suplex him. I laid him flat, but I laid him on the back of my shoulders and took my feet over my head. And thought I broke my neck. Sort of like the one Steve took, where he jocked his head, and bottom line is my fingers started moving with toes. It's like, I hear him go, I think, what the hell is he bitching about? I know I laid him flat. And he goes, you're right? I go, yeah. He goes, right, it's a diamond cutter, man, I'm hurt. So, hit him with a diamond cutter, I went in the back, and Holly comes back and he says to me, he goes, man, I'm sorry I stick you so hard with that boot. I said, don't worry about it, man. It's not checkers, you know? And he goes, but I know I got you with the clothesline, you know how big his arms are. And as he's rubbing his bicep and going, I know I got your clothesline, so I thought I tore my bicep. And I look at his bicep, and here's my chin. And he goes, but you got me back. He goes, when you came up the top rope, your feet came around so fast and so hard, you hit me in the groin so hard, I thought my groin was on fire. He didn't say that on me in the picture. Bottom line is my neck was really screwed up, and do a lot of yoga and flexibility training. A lot of feels good now, so I really need to take that time off. And you'll see, I feel pretty good right now.
Is that gentlemen over here on the ultimate actor? What was some of your favorite parts of wrestling?
I think my favorite parts would have been Savage, Sting, I shot for the game, you know, it was pretty much extreme in a lot of ways, so it's up to myself. But Savage, you know, the intensity, we were through the year 97, and first time I worked with him in a house show, no cameras, it's like, man, that's really good. First time on TV, he hit me so hard, it's like a big blue flash, I was like, whoa. Okay, now I know I'm in here with it. And I got pretty intense, but Sting was actually my favorite because we just had that chemistry. And God always had to kill that. I know my best match was a big face, but with him, after I lost the title that night, and then I won it back again, you know, that match is probably my favorite match. And I wasn't, you know, but it was fun, man. You know, like, you get to be okay. That was a lot of fun.
Do you have more fun wrestling as a good guy or
I had more fun in the beginning as a bad guy, but then as people turned me, it was really tough for me to work as a heel because I get like nice distraction. And I'd rather everybody hate me or 7% cheer. You know, it was just easy for me to be a good guy. You know, it was easy because I think I am a good guy. You know, I pretty much am that guy, you see, that's it. And I'm working with a reality show right now, which are a lot of my friends.
Next question. Next question. Someone back here will be right over to you. Come on over. Your name and your question, sir.
My name is Peter Sanders. I just want to know if you guys wrestle every week.
You been wrestling? Well, that's what people get here on TV.
WWE is really not WCW. You know, so it's a combination, which is good for me, because it makes the show the champions. You know, I'm in there. And that strap that they have is the one that with me is the real one, not the invitation one. Is the one that, you know, that Randy's got. That's third strap. So, that means the WWE, But do I need it? My brain hurts. You know, I feel I'm spiritual out there, man. I mean, I'm 40 years old, you know, and the only reason I can still do this is because of this kind of flexibility. You know, and having this kind of strength going, stick my foot in my ass.
Also, NWA is one of the few people who I can say, and I know it started, I mean, from the very bottom, setting up rings, driving people, and everything in the business to get to where you got to in the pinnacle of your career. You did every little piece of that. You didn't sign up for Tough Enough. What's your opinion of the show about Tough Enough?
I think it's great. It shows people. It's funny, I love how Rob Zombie is and Heavy Metal Bands and House of Thousand Corpses. That's the sequels to those recaps. He didn't really ever pay attention to wrestling until he was watching Tough Enough. And when he saw Tough Enough, he was like, wow, this guy's really good at this stuff. And he got to really see, you know, what it was all about.
But you have a traditional upbringing in the wrestling business, learning from other wrestlers, did you find it offensive that people will get a contract doing what people on Tough Enough are doing?
Whatever it takes you to get to the dream. I mean, I came in as a manager, color commentator. I wouldn't really manage guys anymore. I was 35 and a half years old. Actually, I was 35 when I got the shot at WCW, and they brought me as a manager and color commentator. And 6 months in, they told me I was too flamboyant. I was stealing attention for the wrestler. So they put me as this color commentator. I was like, oh, it's like 6 months after my game. I'm gonna see if I can do this.
Okay, go to question your name.
Steve Uriel, what were your thoughts on the Monday Night Wars?
Great question. Great question.
Made wrestling, you know, as far as I was concerned. I mean, WWF against WCW was the best angle ever. The NWO was the best angle ever. You know, really, and that's been redone, but that really was, you know, everybody thought Scott and Cav were coming in, and when Hulk flipped, you know, and all that really created that war between Vince and Bischoff, you know, which was phenomenal for a long time. And what it needs is what your friend right there asked me, is any federation that open up against Vince on a Monday night. If Jared, I heard he's going to Saturday nights now. If he used to go to Monday nights, they would immediately grab a 1.5. Immediately. There are 2 million to 3 million people who stopped watching wrestling. Now you're from the Northeast and you grew up with a WWF, or some of your old timers like me, WWWF. You know, you grew up on this. But WCW has a huge core fan base from here to Chicago to the South. Those people just stopped watching. It's like people who hate the Yankees from Boston. If there was only the Yankees, people from Boston wouldn't watch baseball anymore. You know, they just wouldn't, and that's what happened. And anybody who was to come in, if Ted was to do something else, immediately 1 million to 2 million people would start watching. Immediately, just to try it. And if it wasn't like the WWF, they would keep watching and give it a shot.
Just by show of hands, did anyone here stop watching wrestling for a while when WCW wasn't around anymore? Well, you did.
That's why they did whatever they wanted me to do going in, because I was a mark to go there, because I'm a fan. And to me, that was the show. You know, that was it. I don't care where I was. You know, I wanted to be there.
This gentleman here has a question. What's your name?
I want
He would like you to beat Canyon. What are your plans tonight?
I'll be looking for you. I'll be looking for your help.
I guess you don't like Canyon, do you? Next question. Next question.
I want to know your thoughts on your feud with Raven and Flock.
missed him. You know, I thought it was a great feud though at the time.
That answer your question? A lot of people said working with Raven was quite over the top. How did you find him in terms of a person? What was he like to you?
No comment.
Hey, do you have any road story that you could share with these people? Something funny that happened to you on the road once that you could tell these people about?
You have to be a little clearer than that, dude.
Well, something when you were traveling one night. And
One night?
something weird. August 20. No, I don't know what night. Just
It would have to be dry. I got so
a good
many
road.
stories.
Well, how about one of them? One good road story. How about?
They're interconnected. You know how I met. All right, I was doing an autograph signing in Houston, Texas, and the Jazz were playing, and I'd gone after. It was really, we were so over there. We were packing out autograph sessions, ridiculous. And on that card was everybody from Jabbar to Nolan Ryan. There was so many people there on that big convention that they had. And there was a little girl in the back, like 500 people back, and she had her hands up on, on her mom's head for the whole line. Finally got to her, took the pictures. The next night, it's the only day I was at there on the show twice. And there she is again, back, on the back. I call her up, and I go, what are you guys doing here again? She goes, her mom goes, the pictures didn't come out. And that's the first time that I'd been there for 2 days. And that night there was a basketball game. So I went over to the game, and we were about 18, 20 rows, and Jazz were killing them. Jazz was so over that. And everybody was hurt. Barkley was hurt, and a couple of guys, so they were getting killed by about 20 and about 10 minutes left of the 8 minutes left in the game. Malone looks up at me, and he sees me, and he does the diamond cutter sign. And my photographer, Ross, who's with me, goes, oh my God, he just did a diamond cutter sign. And he starts going through his bag, pulling out his camera. I go, what are you doing? He goes, get him to do it again. Get him to do it again. I go, what do you mean get him to do it again? It's Karl Malone. He's 20 rows down. I mean, I'm not going to get him to do it again. He goes, you'll figure out a way. So what I did was, on the next break, I looked at him and I went, and I pointed at the camera and I went like this. And he threw time and cut the sign up. And we got that picture. And then he brought us back afterwards. And Barkley grabbed me, going through things. He's a huge fan. And he pulled me back in and he's like, Dave, come on in here. Gave me a beer, And Warren Moon was there. And him and Warren Moon were arguing back and forth. It was so funny about who's a greater athlete, football players or basketball players. And I told Malone this story later, after he had been wrestling. He'd got in the ring and was starting to learn for that match. And he goes, man, if I was there, I would have told him you guys are. He goes, nobody doesn't like you guys doing it. So, that's Malone.
That's a great story. That's a great story. You had a question?
Matt, in Foley's book, he talks about your first mention of Bill Myers. I was wondering if you could tell us that funny story.
You're rude, man. Fort Myers was my secondary home, as I lived there for about 6 years. And, I told everybody I was going to be a wrestler. I was like, yeah. And then I came back, as I was bottom out. It was me and Kevin Nash with the Vegas connection at the time. And I was supposed to go out there and have a match, and with Mr. Hughes. And he was tagging with Junkyard Dog. Me and Hughes did a match first. And there was something was in the way where Kevin couldn't see to get there in time to make the save. Like an idiot, I was so green, I didn't kick out. So I got beat by hometown, the stupidest move. Secondary hometown. And then they came out and they just told Mr. Hughes he was selling too much for us. Literally, me and Kevin Nash shot him off and double clotheslined him. And he didn't go down. Kevin Nash and me, okay? I went to front face lock him to do like his neck break or something, and he backdropped me. I was so frustrated, I was so pissed off. I got to the back, I was kicking stuff, man. I was going insane. I kicked the door open, I went outside, I was screaming. I was so pissed. and then the door locked. And I couldn't get back in. And I was stuck out there in my gear, hot as hell. Finally, I go upstairs and junkyard dog walked up and he goes, "Why didn't you just grab a hold?" And that's what it was. It wasn't yet. I said, "I did." I go, he backdropped me. He went. So it was pretty, I was mortified. And then I went to the club. Everybody was just so excited. It was a club I used to be a part owner of. Everybody was just so excited that I actually did what I said I was going to do. And I got to the show, and I actually was wrestling, that they didn't care. You know, you always make things that are happening so much bigger. You know, when it's, oh my God, I'm going to spot on my shirt, everybody sees it. Nobody cares. You know, that was not a spot on my shirt, but it wasn't a big deal. Everybody was so proud of me for finally getting there, never knowing that I would have hit the level that I was fortunate enough to get to. But Mick was there that night.
That's a hell of an answer to your question. Next question for Diamond Dallas Page. That gentleman, come on down. Okay, and your name is?
I just want to read a scene.
Senior. Question.
How old when you first started wrestling?
I was 35 when I got into WCW. I was 35 and a half when they told me I couldn't wrestle. I couldn't manage anymore. So I had 6 months left on my deal. And that's when I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. And I went down that power plant. And there was 3 rings. And I wrestled from the first guy there to the last guy to leave every day. And I stayed there for 5 years. And I come off the road, I go down the power plant. And the reason why I started to get over as a good guy as opposed to being just a cheap, bad guy was because people would see my work ethic and how hard I was working to get there. No one knew I was 38 years old, 39 years old before I made it, you know? And then my career blew up when I was 40. I had a hell of a run, man.
But it worked. It worked. This gentleman over here. Your name and your question.
Hi, my name's Ross. Can you talk about your match with Goldberg, Havoc 98, and the title match?
Well, he thought it was good. I mean, if you work with Goldie, it was really stuff. Like, really stuff. It was really tough convincing him to do that double spear, you know, where he missed me the first time and caught me the second. It was a great experience for me because he'd only been working a year. And if you look at all Goldberg's matches, ending with Brock, I think that one ends up like way up here. And here's a guy who was way over, and nobody ever got him to go to that level. Nash had a pretty good match on him, but I think Jericho did. I never saw it. Because Goldberg called me and thanked me after the match he had with Jericho for laying the foundation, I guess. I don't know. I didn't see the match, but I felt it honored me that he would call and thank me. I love the match I had with him. I know when I lost, but I love that match. That's one of my top 3 matches. You know, to me, it was a great match. And, you know, Mark Madden, who hated me, you know, buried me all the time. So I earned his respect at one point. He even said that match suspended belief. I don't think there's another match better than that under 13 minutes. It was about 13 minutes of, you know, 7 minutes of gaga, but there was 13 minutes of action. That was hardcore. I remember I flew my doctor, I have an applied kinesiologist who literally turns Diamond Dallas Page back on. All my muscles and stuff that I blow out, you know, a match like that. And Jim and the doc and I were at the table eating dinner, and I went to reach for the pepper, and I went, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. And what happened is I had a huge bruise like this from that match. I don't know how it happened, when it happened, what happened. But I really enjoyed that match with him. And if they watch it back again, when he spears me, you'll see if he didn't have those traps, he'd be quadriplegic. Because Goldberg's head was like here, and my body was here. And man, back then, I'm gone, especially when that animal's coming at me. And he was so used to taking big guys and having to drive them down because they wouldn't go down on the spear. I'm going. And he hit his head so hard, he knocked himself out. That's why he sold the way he did right there. And he went to pick me up the suplex to do his finish, and I was going to drop behind, and he picked me up, and he put me down. And I thought to myself, man, he's really selling this. He was knocked out. And then I dropped behind and bang. That should have really been it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank this man for being with us for the past half hour. We all stand up, give him the standing ovation this giant in our business deserves.